Welcome back to Creepcast. Today we are going to another original creepypasta, and yes, I do mean creepypasta. I was talking to Isaiah about this, and I was like, we haven't read like a Jeff the Killer thing in a while. We've done Laughing Jack, fucking Eyeless Jack, Mr. Widemouth, all this kind of stuff. But it's been a bit. We've had a lot of like great bangers lately, so I figured I was asking him. I said, what is some good original fun creepypasta stuff that was definitely written by a young child, and he suggested Cupcakes, which is apparently the beginning of, I guess, would you say this was written by a brony? It's a My Little Pony fanfic horror story, and we're going to be reading that today.
I just want everyone to know that I joined the call, and I'm like, what are we doing today, Hunter? And he just doesn't say anything, just DMs me something with My Little Pony in the title. And I was like, all right, well, I guess I've had a good run.
It's we haven't, but
YouTube was fun while it lasted, I guess.
To be fair, we have not ventured into brony territory yet.
But what does an oddball such as myself consider manly? My Little Pony, friendship is magic.
This is like a kind of a big moment, actually, where another internet sect comes together, like an internet fandom. We finally get to go into new territory because I don't think we've done any My Little Pony stuff, right? There hasn't even been a mention of My Little Pony on this channel until now.
I don't think so. And we've gotten this far, and you haven't made me do it, but here we are.
Now's the day.
It has happened.
I'm excited. To be fair, I did come in with a story called Rainbow Factory that has some very, absolutely cursed My Little Pony art on it. But then Isaiah said, oh, hey, Cupcakes is
I'm like, if we're going to do it, the classic.
But you're saying that this is the OG My Little Pony horror.
The OG, yes.
Is there...
Like, this came out right around the time Jeff the Killer did and stuff like that.
Have you read this before, or have you just heard of it?
I've read it before because the thing back in the day I remember is, I think you were right about a brony made it, but everyone would say, oh, this story's so scary, it's so creepy, you don't even have to know My Little Pony for it to be scary. And so I'm like, okay, I'll listen to it. And like me, who was afraid of Laughing Jack and Jeff the Killer and stuff, did not find it scary. So I can only imagine what that means.
So there's a couple things here. I just want to
for us.
I just want to point this out at the top. All right. So first off, it says we're on fandom.com. We are looking at the title here. It says Cupcakes Original. There's a not safe for work title at the top, but then the first couple sentences say this is the original version of the fanfic Cupcakes. The version posted on here and proliferating the internet, i.e. the one that ends with the Pinkie Pie about to stuff Rainbow Dash's corpse, is actually the second version found here. So I guess that leads me, and there's a link to that, Isaiah. Do we want to go with the OG, or do we want to have the one where they spoil the ending?
Yeah, so this is the short history of it also on the mlppasta.fandom.com. I hate my life. The description says the Cupcakes fanfic is thought to have first appeared on 4chan's Image Board Co. sometime in January of 2011.
Okay.
Though the date of the original post remains unknown, a canonical reference to episode 12 in the fan fiction suggests that the earliest possible date was January 7th, 2011.
Okay.
On the Equestria Daily version, I hate myself, the authorship has been attributed to Sergeant Sprinkles. The earliest archived instance of My Little Pony fanfiction is Junior Speedsters Forever, posted in January 24, 2011. Okay, so that means, I think that's what this saying is, Cupcakes may not only be the original My Little Pony fanfiction, but the first My Little Pony fanfiction, horror or otherwise, ever written.
I would suggest it's horror, because there has to be so much fan. I mean, could be. I don't know, but
well, that's what on Equestria Daily.
Yes,
at least,
yes.
On the website, right. It might be the first.
Now,
according to this,
let me ask you this: is there any realm of reality that this actually has some good spooky stuff? Is there any world where that happens?
Other than like the fact I have to read it on this podcast, no, I don't think so.
It's a little.
But everything I remember.
I didn't think that we would go here, but I got to say I'm a little excited at least. if I'm being honest. And that leads me to the next horrifying thing, which is be sure to check out this podcast on Spotify and Apple Podcasts, all the audio platforms, and check us out there. Give us a nice rating. It really does help the show out. And also, if you want extra episodes of this of this awesome show, feel free to sign up for our Patreon. We have, I think, how many? 3 or 4 extra episodes now, and a lot more coming. So if you want to support the show outside of just watching it here and you want extra content, feel free to go over there and check it out. Otherwise, Isaiah, are you ready to become a brony for the next, I don't know, hour or so? Your silence is so loud.
Thank you all for the support you've shown the show. And
brony,
this is really cool and all.
Yeah.
So I don't know anything about My Little Pony. My sister was into it when she was a kid, but I never paid attention besides, like throwing her toys across the room. So I know nothing of this, and I know for a fact a lot of our brony fans are going to come out of the woodwork.
If you're a brony, stand up and be proud. Be proud that you're a brony, because I feel like right now it's a dying breed. I feel like that used to be like early internet cringe stuff. Is like even before I would say even before furries, like you'd be like, oh, the bronies, and I feel like furries kind of took their place. I'm not sure if that's true or not, but it feels like there's not.
I think you're well. They were kind of at the same time, because I remember hearing about both of them around the same era. I think it's just because didn't the show quit? My Little Pony: Friendship is Magic.
I have no idea, but I don't think that. I guess would that stop? I guess maybe that would stop.
I hate that I'm typing this in. Well, it hasn't stopped completely. Just became more niche. So if the show's not running, new fans aren't coming into it. Yeah, I mean, right?
Hey, if bread isn't being baked in the factory, no one's eating. So. What's the point?
Exactly. The finale premiered October 12th, 2019.
They had a good run.
So yes,
it was a nice run.
Yeah, I mean, what season? How many? I hate that.
Season 46.
How many seasons did MLP Friendship is Magic have? It had 9 seasons.
Not a bad run.
Good run.
So this is 9 seasons. This was like fresh off season 1. It hooked people immediately. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, shit. You ready to get into this?
Yeah, as I'll ever be.
Let's do it.
All right. It's Cupcakes, and this is the original version. As mentioned, there's a second version that floats around a lot, but this is the OG from Sergeant Sprinkles.
Oh yes.
The air was warm. The sun was shining, and all of Ponyville was having. Oh my gosh. Okay. And all of Ponyville was having a glorious day. The town square was bustling and crowded. Busy ponies were making their busy way through the I know this is just good. I know the whole thing's going to be like this. I just have to lock in.
You need to lock in. It's going to be this optimistic and cheery the whole time until we get our gruesome. Someone's getting murdered immediately, I hope.
Yeah, honestly, and I need to get this out. I need to get my biases out of the way first, right? Okay. One of the things that annoys me so much about anyone who talks about MLP is that they replace any person pronoun with the word pony. It's like, oh, every pony or horse famous and stuff. And here's the thing. If it was just like people wholesomely enjoying the series, they'd be fine. I wouldn't care. But I know I've seen what the miscreants of the fan base, which is a lot of them, are capable of, and it's just so tied to the image of it, I can't separate it in my mind, and that's why I'm so violent. If this was about, what's a wholesome property from when we were kids? Like Looney Tunes is like adults like that too. You know what I mean? If this was like something that was entirely safe, I'd be fine, but it's just in the back of my head, the things I've seen on the internet. That's why I'm
very judgmental, but violent. I understand.
Yes, yeah. Anyway, busy ponies were making their busy way through the streets. All the pony folk seemed to see what I mean. All the pony folk seemed to have somewhere to be. All except Rainbow Dash. Her place was in the sky. She freely tore through the air, speeding one way and the next.
Damn.
She buzzed the treetops and raced the wind. The Pegasus swooped over a schoolyard, much to the delight of the children. Climbing several hundred feet, she dove, going as fast as she could. Seconds before hitting the ground, her wings flew open, and she took off back into the clear blue. Rainbow Dash felt alive.
All right, so we got a pony that can fly.
Yeah, well, a Pegasus.
So it's a Pegasus. Okay, got it. I just make
a winged horse. Yeah. Right, okay. Thank you, Hunter. Then she remembered that she had somewhere to be. She's supposed to meet with Pinkie Pie in 5 minutes. She'd gotten so caught up in her exercises that she nearly forgot. Also, every sentence is the exact same structure.
No.
Just pointed that out. Pinkie had asked Dash to meet her at Sugar Cube Corner at 3. She didn't say why.
I got a bomb.
You know, it's also
I'm gonna blow up Pony
where the
Bank.
story's going. Where the story's going, that's not far off.
God,
like that.
If this turned into a hostage thing, you're like, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna blow up Pony Bank. You can't do it, Sugar Blossom.
You know what's also crazy about this? I was at a wedding this last weekend, and a guy came up to me, and he was like, he was one of the guys who was working the venue, and he's like, "Oh, Wendigoon, huge fan of your stuff, blah, blah, blah." He's like, "I absolutely love Creepcast, and I just signed up for the Patreon."
Shout out that guy.
And I was like, "Oh, thanks, man. That means the world." So that guy, after shaking my hand, after touching me and making eye contact, the next thing he will see is this. I have to explain what this is to my dad now.
Rainbow Dash, listen. I got a bomb and a gun. I'm planning on robbing the bank on Sugar Cube Corner. You gotta be there at 3. Or so it's gonna be innocent lives lost.
Do the ponies have like defense capabilities?
Ponies?
Like, do they have a police force?
Oh, yeah. You'd have to imagine.
Like the horses in My Little Pony.
You'd have to imagine, well, they probably have like wizards or something. Aren't they all magical and shit?
Well, I mean, like there's a Pegasus, so I imagine they fly. Yeah, here's a cop. They have a cop. Does ACAB apply to these?
Oh, absolutely. ACAB applies to everything, sir.
Law enforcement. Oh, there's a wiki page for, I forget how. Law enforcement. Characters who work or have worked in law enforcement includes. All right, I'm not gonna read all these names because people will be like, you mispronounced it wrong. You forgot about this one. But there's multiple ponies who have served in some kind of police force.
Come on, man. This is good. This is good law enforcement. This is canon. This is canon lore. It's helping us build this universe for this spooky story.
What is the lore of this stuff? I'm looking at the fan boards. The Royal Guard's job is to guard royalty and the capital city. They have a capital city.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. She didn't say why or what they'd be doing, but Dash knew that with Pinkie, it could be anything. She wasn't sure if she really wanted to go, though. She was so engaged with her stunts that she thought about blowing Pinkie off to continue flying. But Dash's conscience got the better of her. She knew that it would hurt Pinkie's feelings. After all, she said it was going to be something special just for the two of them. She considered it and thought, why not? What did she have to lose? Heck, it might be more pranking. Pinkie might have found a bunch more fun stuff to pull off on folks. They had so much fun at the last time. Dash kicked it into overdrive, mostly to make for lost time, and sped to her appointment. When she walked into the store, she was immediately greeted with her host bouncing in excitement.
Yay! You're here! You're here! I've been waiting all day!
Is that good? Does that sound like My Little Pony?
It is haunting.
Come on. Well, you know what? Good.
How close
Good.
that is. How close that is to your Gypsy Rose impression. The most knowledge I have of My Little Pony is the Jenny Nicholson video about it. So I know that the actor, the voice, all the voice actors and actresses are like serious voice actors and actresses. So I imagine Pinkie Pie's voice doesn't sound. You know, I'm not gonna look it up.
So wait, are you saying should I make it more straight instead of being so bubbly?
Yeah, I realistically yes, but for the sake of what we're doing today,
Here, let me try it again.
might as well just leave it as Gypsy Rose. Okay.
You're here! I've been waiting all day!
That's probably about right. Yeah.
Is Rainbow Dash a guy or a girl? Or is that...
I want to say a girl. Hold on. Is Rainbow... my search history right now. Rainbow Dash.
Sorry if I'm a little late, Pinkie Pie. I was doing my afternoon exercises and lost track of time.
Rainbow Dash is a girl, by the way. Pinkie giggled and responded, her tone gleefully reassuring.
Oh, that's okay. You're here now. What's a few more minutes? I've been so excited thinking about all the fun stuff we're going to do. I haven't stopped bouncing since I woke up. I mean, I almost forgot to breathe since I've been so happy.
Dash gave a slightly uncomfortable laugh. She always appreciated Pinkie's friendly, outgoing way of life, but her overabundant enthusiasm almost creeped her out. Dash was polite, however. If Pinkie had got this worked up, then it must good. Then it must good. Whatever it was.
So, you're ready to get started, Rainbow Dash. I got everything all ready.
Dash psyched herself up.
You betcha, Pinkie. What do you got planned? Are you going to prank somebody? I got a couple of good ones I've been thinking about. Or maybe you got some stunts you think I should try. Or maybe making cupcakes!
Pinkie happily announced.
Oh, yeah. This is going to get real good. I know. We're getting ready to, hey, ladies and gentlemen, start your engines.
Dash was disappointed.
Pinkie, you know I'm not good at baking. Remember the last time? Oh, that's not a problem at all. I only need your help making them. I'll be doing most of the work.
Dash thought about it for a second and replied,
Well, all right. I guess that's okay. What exactly do you need me to do?
That's the spirit. Here you go.
Pinkie handed Dash a cupcake. Dash was puzzled.
I thought I was helping you bake.
You will be.
I made this one just for you before you got here. So this is like a taste testing or something?
Sorta.
Dash shrugged and popped the pastry in her mouth. She chewed a bit and swallowed. Not bad.
Okay, now what?
Now, you take a nap.
Fucking Pinkie just roofied Rainbow Dash. Jesus! Okay. We're going to the club. That's what she says.
Pinkie roofied Rainbow Dash. That's gotta be
That's what happened.
That's gotta be a brand new sentence. No one's ever said that before. Upon hearing that, Dash felt lightheaded. Her world spun, and seconds later, she dropped to the floor. When Dash regained consciousness, she found herself in a dark room. She tried to shake her head, but found that a taut leather strap kept it firmly in place. She struggled to move, but the braces around her chest and limbs glued her to a rack formed from a series of sturdy planks, which spread her legs wide apart. Dash's wings were the only part of her not tied down, and they fluttered frantically while she struggled to escape. As she writhed, Pinkie jumped into her line of sight.
Goody! You're awake. Now we can get started.
She was pushing a cart covered with a cloth.
Hey, Pinkie, what's going on? I can't move.
Well, duh. You're tied down. That's why you can't move. I didn't think you'd need to be told that.
But why? What's happening? I thought you said I was going to help you make cupcakes.
You are helping. You see, I ran out of my special ingredient. I need you to get more.
Special ingredient?
Dash was now breathing heavily and starting to panic.
What special ingredient?
Pinkie giggled and responded.
You silly.
Uh-oh.
I like how you're into this.
Oh, yeah, dude. Well, first off, this is 100% a fetish story. Just want to say that. The binding and all that. This is fetish.
The binding and like her legs spread
100%.
apart. And all,
this is, and it's going to, I have a feeling that we're not out of the fetish forest yet.
So I don't remember any of that from when I was like a kid and read this. But when we started to read those last few lines, I was like, oh, I see. So I don't remember any, but yeah, clearly. Clearly that's what it's tapping on now. A 12-year-old me was not equipped to understand what I was
12-year-old dude's like, why do I like this so much?
No, that's
Why
not what
is this so
happens.
appealing?
No. Don't. You can say a lot of things about me, Hunter, but you let me have this. You stay off of this one. You can say I killed my dog with chocolate. You can say Okay.
We'd like to take a minute to thank our sponsor, Rocket Money. It's easy to spend money. Here's the hard part. Remembering to cancel your unused subscriptions. Awkward? Everything's a subscription service now, and companies make it hard on purpose because they know if you're frustrated that you'll give up and keep paying for their stupid service. Well, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help. Rocket Money is an easy-to-use app that helps you save more and manage your money better. I love using Rocket Money to cancel unwanted subscriptions because I have too many of them and I hate myself. And once you get set up with Rocket Money, the app finds all of your subscriptions and puts them into a nice little list. And from there, you can select ones that you've been meaning to get rid of, and with just a few taps, the app can help you unsubscribe. It's beautiful. But that's not all! Rocket Money also helps automate your savings. We all need to save money, so why not let someone else do it for you? It automatically analyzes your account to determine the optimal time to save to reach your saving goals. Plus, Rocket Money has helped its customers save up to $740 a year when you use all of the app's premium features. So, take control of your finances today. Go to rocketmoney.com/creepcast or click the link in the description to get started for free. Thank you so much, Rocket Money, for sponsoring this episode. Now, let's get back to the story.
Dash's eyes widened, her face contorted in fear. Then she started to laugh.
Ooh, it really got me there, Pinkie Pie. I mean, tricking me into thinking I'm going to be made into a cupcake. I got to tell you, that's the best prank yet. You win. You're the best.
Pinkie giggled even more now.
Thanks, Dash. But I haven't done pranks today, so I can't accept your praise.
Dash was struggling again.
Pinkie! Come on! This isn't funny!
Then why are you laughing?
Pinkie grabbed the cloth and whipped it off the cart. The top of the tray contained various sharp medical tools and knives carefully organized and ready.
Oh my God.
There was a medicine bag and several other objects next to them.
Pinkie!
Dash was now in full panic mode. She was starting to hyperventilate. Her mind was racing and she tried to reason with the pink pony.
You can't do this, Pinkie! I'm your friend!
I know you are, and that's why I'm so happy I got you here. We get to share your last moments together, just you and me. Wee!
She was skipping again.
But the other ponies will wonder where I am. When the clouds pile up, they'll come looking for me, and then you'll get found out.
Dash, don't worry. There are plenty of Pegasus to take care of a few clouds. And besides, no pony will find out. I mean, how long do you think I've been doing this?
And with that, the lights suddenly came to life and showcased the rest of the room.
God. Oh, fuck. Oh, gosh. No. Oh, no.
Dash reeled in horror at the image presented to her. The room was decorated with the typical but twisted Pinkie Pie flair.
Oh, my God.
Colorful streamers of dried entrails danced around the ceiling. Brightly painted skulls of all sizes were stuck on the walls, and organs done up in pastels filled with helium tied to the backs of chairs.
God.
The tables and chairs were made of bones and flesh of past ponies.
Jesus Christ.
Dash cringed at the centerpiece on the table
God.
nearest to her, the head of four foals, their eyes closed like they were sleeping, wearing party hats made from their own skin. She recognized one of them as Apple Bloom's classmate. Her eyes darted back and forth and then gazed up at the patchwork banner hanging from the rafters. Made from several pony hides, the words, "Life is a party," were scrawled in red.
I legitimately thought that said "Life is a Highway" for a second, like Pinkie was a Rascal Flatts fan.
Life truly is a highway. Life is a highway.
Yeah, during this, like all the blood, like it's funny how cartoonish it continues to be. Like she has organs blown up like balloons tied to chairs.
No, it's fun.
And then in the corner of the room, just laughs like a road traveling.
I would legitimately say that if there was like a Silence of the
whole
Lambs
band.
kind of scene of like you're a guy going into a basement, like looking for somebody, you know, like those classic scenes where like the cops going down the stairs, like they're all scared and shit.
Yes, yeah.
Gun drawn. They're like look around, and then in the distance, if you just heard, "Life is a highway, I wanna ride it all night long." Like a weird upbeat song like that that'd be a fucked juxtaposition. Like that'd be really sick. Where are you? Yeah.
There's just bodies everywhere.
Come out! Screaming. She's firing a couple shots. And out of hand, out of hand. That'd be pretty sick. You know what? Fuck it. Rascal Flatts is playing on the back of this right now.
Okay.
That's canon.
Perfect.
That's canon.
Dash's attention was stolen by a party horn unfurling and tickling her nose. She saw Pinkie Pie standing in front of her. The party pony was wearing a dress quilted from cutie marks. On her back fluttered 6 Pegasus wings, all different colors. As she skipped in excitement, her necklace of unicorn horns loudly clacked together.
Okay, that's actually kind of metal. I just want to say right now, that's actually kind of sick.
That she has like a necklace made out of the
She has a necklace made of
other...
horns, and then she has like a fucking cape or whatever that has 6 Pegasus wings on it. And she's like skipping around like a fucking lunatic. She's like, hey, wee, roo, roo, like a fucking psychopath.
I simultaneously hate and love how into this you are right now.
I mean, it's got me. I mean, you know, we're getting into it. I want to see what happens.
Like it? I made it myself.
Huh. Oh God, Pinkie, please. I'm sorry if I did anything to you. I didn't mean it. Please let me go. I promise I won't tell any pony. I won't tell any pony. That's good.
Oh, Dash, you didn't do anything. It's just that your number came up and, well, I don't make the rules. We can't turn back now.
She's on a fucking bingo system. She's on a bingo system for killing ponies. I love it.
A fair system, a lottery, perhaps.
Exactly.
One based on chance.
Heads or tails. Heads or tails. I don't know what I'm betting on.
Every pony, you stand to lose every pony.
Yeah, that works so good, dude. Now just imagine Anton, whatever. And it's like he has his face like it superimposed on the horse's face too. Don't put that quarter in your pocket. That's your lucky quarter. That's your lucky pony. That's your lucky horn.
Rainbow Dash was tearing up. How could this be happening?
Aw, don't be sad, Dash. Look, this'll cheer you up. I brought you a friend.
Out of seemingly nowhere, Pinkie displayed a blue and yellow painted skull. It was about pony-sized, but it had a very defining feature. A beak. Dash was freaking out.
Is that? Hey, Dash, let's hang together. These ponies are lame-os. Dweebs. I caught her right before she left town. Remember when I left the party for about 20 minutes? That wasn't enough time to play with her, of course. I had to wait till after the party to do that. But boy, am I glad I did. It was worth for the flavor alone. Griffins taste like 2 animals at once. It's amazing. I know she didn't have a number like everyone else in Ponyville, but when was I going to get another chance to try a griffin? In hindsight, I probably should have asked where she came from so I didn't get more, but I forget. I'll tell you what, though. She was quite the fighter. Lasted a long time, which was fun for me. I got the chance to play with somebody other than a pony and try new things. It's too bad she had such a potty mouth. She said so much bad stuff. I had to take her tongue out. You know, bad language makes for bad feelings, Dash.
Dash didn't have anything to say. Just sobbed and writhed.
Fuck! Well,
Pinkie said, putting down the skull.
That's enough reminiscing. It's time to begin.
She picked up a scalpel, walked over to Dash's right flank.
No.
Without any flair, she placed the blade an inch above her cutie mark and started a circular cut around it. Her lungs working overtime, Dash shouted in pain and tried desperately to pull away, but the braces held her still. Finishing the incision, Pinkie grabbed the curved skinny knife from the tray. She worked it under the skin and sliced the hide away from the muscle. Dash ground her teeth as she tearfully watched as her flesh came off. Pinkie then moved to the other side and completed the other flank. Once she was done, Pinkie held up both cutie marks in front of her friend and started waving them like pom-poms. Dash just whimpered. Her thighs burned. Placing the skin down, Pinkie selected the large butcher knife and walked behind Rainbow Dash.
Hope you don't mind. I think I'm gonna Wing it now.
Did you like that? Did you like that pun? The pinky made?
I did. I did a nice hysterical evil laugh too. It probably got cut off, but it was. I sold it. Don't worry. It was sold. Also, I just want to say too, since we stopped, that I feel like that Griffin death to some people who know the show was probably quite devastating. It had to be. Oh fuck! Not the Griffin! Oh fuck! Mom, get in here!
She grabbed the left one and played with it for a second. Then, stretching the wing out, she brought the blade down at the base. Instantly, Dash screamed and thrashed her appendage. The movement threw off Pinkie Pie's aim. She tried to hit the mark again, but missed wide and put a huge slice in Rainbow's back.
Dash, you gotta stay still or I'm gonna keep missing.
She took another whack and hit the target. She swung again and again, blood spraying into the air, but realized she wasn't getting anywhere. The blade just wasn't going through the bone.
I guess I forgot to sharpen it. I'll try something else.
She stated as she tossed the knife over her shoulder, the blade embedding itself in the table. The crying Rainbow Dash heard the sound of a metal box opening and closing.
Got it. Say, Dash, why do they call it a hacksaw? It doesn't hack. Hacking is what I was doing with the knife. This is a saw. I don't get it.
You know that line? I know we're reading a My Little Pony fan fiction, right? But that line in itself is a fun line for a torturer to have in a movie. Like I could see what's his name, Mr. Blonde from Reservoir Dogs, saying that when he cuts off the guy's ear. Like I don't get it. It saws. It doesn't.
Yeah,
hack.
you can see the obvious Tarantino influence on this story. I want to say this too. This is really. I mean, you know, it is what it is. This is far from the worst thing we've ever read. I just want to put that on. I'm having
it's true.
way too much fun with this.
It's far away. Yeah. It's not the worst crime a story can commit is being forgettable.
Oh,
right. And this is certainly not forgettable.
No, God, no.
Like now I'm imagining like as the Pinkie Pie's walking around, it's like, well, I don't know why I came in the night.
And then actually no, she'd be dancing around to either Life is a Highway or it'd be what hurts the most is being so close and watching you walk away. The Rascal Flatts kind of story.
Of course. Pinkie placed the tool over the last attempt. It effortlessly sailed through the bone and skin. The painful feeling of the teeth biting into her made Dash want to vomit. She watched helplessly as her wing flew over her head and landed with a fluff on the table. Pinkie moved the next and started sawing. Dash didn't struggle this time. She'd given up trying to fight, just cried. Then the sawing abruptly paused. Pinkie was only halfway done, the wing hanging on only by a sliver.
Hey, Dash, think fast!
Suddenly, she yanked the wing as hard as she could.
God, what sadistic fucking 12-year-old is writing this? Hey, Dash, think fast! Like rips out the fucking bone.
You know, I actually got to say that's kind of brutal. I know we're talking about like a horse swing, but
I was like,
but imagining someone like ripping off a half saw through arm or something.
It's not even just physical torture. It's fucking mental agony as well. Hey, Dash, think fast! And then just immediately ripping the thing out. I mean, my God. What kind of fucking...
That's rough.
What kind of like fat little boy or girl was sitting down writing this and just like grinning ear to ear? What sadistic... What future serial killer was writing this? Is what I want to know.
Captain Sprinkles or whatever
Sergeant
the name
fucking
was.
Sprinkles.
It's actually Captain Sparkles, the guy that made all the Minecraft songs back in the day.
It's all connected.
Yeah. As she's dancing, you can hear in the background. So, baby, tonight the creepers are gonna steal.
God.
The bone snapped, but the skin held tight. The pull ripped a long strip of flesh down Dash's back to her rump. The unexpected trauma caused her body to seize. She felt the warm release between legs as her pelvis tensed up. Dash's loud, unending melody of pain filled the room. Unable to catch her breath, she blacked out. She awoke with a gasp. The stench of her urine filled her mucus-caked nostrils. Yeah.
Jesus fucking Christ, dude. The stench of her urine filled her mucus cake nostrils. She's having involuntary seizures.
It's such a detailed,
Good God!
like heavy description of a torture sequence.
Get this child off Ash Jeeves immediately. What happens when you torture someone for 4 hours? Search.
Imagine the school counselor sitting down with their parents over this.
Yeah, dude, that's so funny you bring that up. I was thinking the exact same thing. You know, this little motherfucker went to school and printed this stuff off out at the library, and that definitely caught him. Like, what in God's name is this?
This is, I hate to say this out loud, but this is actually better than I remember it being, just from how brutal the descriptions have been.
Oh, it's good. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
She saw a very pouty Pinkie Pie removing the adrenaline needle from her chest.
What? The adrenaline needle?
Yeah, so like Rainbow Dash is passed out because she's going into like a shock. Yeah, so Pinkie Pie's like, here's your epinephrine.
I'm telling you,
you're coming back.
This motherfucker saw Reservoir Dogs and Pulp Fiction and decided to write a fucking My Little Pony horror story. Is that not what happened? It's becoming abundantly clear to me.
Stomping her hooves, the frustrated Pinkie lashed out.
Didn't anybody teach you any manners? It's very rude to fall asleep when somebody invites you over to spend time with them. How would you like if I came over to your house and went to sleep? Oh, I'm sorry, Dash. You're boring. I think I'll take a nap. You think I always like doing this by myself? I told you how excited I got when I found you were next. I was excited to have a friend be here with me while I worked. But no! You've got to be inconsiderate! You know, I thought you were tough. I thought you could handle anything. I've had Fowl stand up better than you. I mean, do I have to baby you? Huh? Is that how you want me to remember you? As a baby?
She stopped to catch her breath. Dash blinked and softly cried. Her back was on fire. Pinkie then popped something red into her mouth and began to chew. She noticed Dash was staring at her.
What? Oh, this?
Holding up another piece.
Well, while you were asleep, I got a little impatient and helped myself sample. I got it from your leg. You're not bad. Want to try some?
Without waiting for a response, she shoved the strip of meat into the revolted Rainbow Dash's mouth. She immediately spit it out. Pinkie picked it up.
If you didn't want it, you could have said no!
She then ate the discarded snotty morsel.
It's not like you haven't had it before.
Oh. Swallowing, she turned her attention to the small can on the tray. She removed the lid, revealing that it was filled with burning coals. Sitting on top of the fire were several large nails. Dash began to like super hot, like railroad nails.
I'm trying to see if she is legitimately going to like crucify this fucking horse right now. Is what I'm wondering. God Christ! She like starts nailing the fucking legs in there.
Dash began to panic again. Pinkie picked up the can and walked over to Dash's left, carefully picking up a nail and grabbing a hammer.
My God.
She positioned the spike at the seam. You might be right about the horse crucifixion.
Yes!
She positioned the spike at the seam between her leg and her hoof.
No! Pinkie, no! 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 No!
The hammer came down and the nail punctured under her skin. The white hot burning was too much. Dash pulled and thrashed at the brace. Her skin rubbed and tore. Pinkie tried to line up another one but couldn't find her aim. She let out a frustrated grunt. When she pulled the hammer back to take a wild swing, Dash burst out, crying and begging.
Please stop! Please stop!
Pinkie rolled her eyes, putting the hammer back down, she walked back in front of her friend. She stared pensively at the broken Pegasus. Gilda didn't even cry this much when she stuck that live Paris sprite down her throat. Pinky thought for a minute about what to do next. Then there was a sudden spark in her imagination. She grabbed the gear wheel on the rack and laid Rainbow Dash on her back. She moved to Dash's hind legs, bringing the can with her. Pinky picked up the hammer again, and she drove a searing piece of metal into the bottom of Dash's hoof. Dash screamed again. Pinky put one into the other hoof. Next, she located the small generator on the tray. Tying the copper wires to the nails, she gave Dash a wink and flipped the switch. Electricity rocketed through Dash's body.
Holy shit!
The blue pony reacted immediately. Body seized, muscles struck taut. Her hips thrust skyward and her eyes rolled back. She let out a deep, throat-shredding cry. Pinky giggled and danced in place. She turned up the juice. Dash convulsed uncontrollably. Her bladder emptied once more. Gosh, just talking about, like...
What fucking...
peeing on herself. And
I
like,
need to,
my God.
I need to know what torture... Like, what they Googled for the torture. This is so specific. Even down to, like, nailing the fucking... Like, nailing it into the bottom of the foot or whatever. Brutal. But then even just, like... literal copper wiring and then just like formed like this torture electricity device, whatever. Just shock therapy.
I don't know what happened to the guy that wrote this, Sergeant Sprinkles or whatever, but someone should check on him. After about 5 minutes, Pinky shut off the power. The area smelled lightly of cooked flesh and burnt enamel. But oh my, what a deep
I know, dude.
for this kid to put
I
in
fucking
there.
love this little psychopath, dude. Good God.
She put Dash upright again and tried to snap the delirious and drooling pony back to attention.
Dash, wake up.
Rainbow Dash managed to give her a modicum of weak acknowledgement. Pinky reached into the medicine bag and pulled out a large syringe.
All right, time for the last round.
Dash looked at the needle and Pinky took that as a question as to what it was.
Something to take the pain away.
She informed as she walked around to Dash's ruined backside. She stuck the needle into the lower part of her spine. Dash flinched. Coming to the front again, she told her friend,
In a few minutes, you won't be able to feel anything below your rib cage. Then you'll be able to stay awake to watch the harvest.
Jesus Christ.
My God.
This is God.
Dash started to cry again.
Pinkie Pie.
She trembled out.
Yeah?
I want to go home.
Yeah, I could see you wanting to do that.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Sometimes I just want to give up and say, I'm done with this mess and go to bed. But you know what? You can't shrug off your responsibilities. You gotta pull yourself up and meet the challenges head on. That's the only way you're gonna get ahead in life.
Dash cried. Minutes passed and the drug took effect. Dash was numb from her chest to her flanks. Aware of this, Pinky approached with her scalpel. With only a smiling glance to Dash, she made a long cut across her pelvis just above her crotch. Moving up her body, she drew a similar incision under her ribs. One final cut was made down her stomach, connecting the first two.
Looks like I got my eye on you, Rainbow Dash.
Draws a giant vivisection eye.
Good God.
Looks like I got my eye on you.
I tell you what, good actual quotes from a psychopath. I just want to say that. Joke.
I know. Yeah.
Legitimately.
Yeah. This is good for a movie. It reminds me of you know that scene in The Departed where Jack Nicholson shoots that girl and he's like, she fell funny.
Oh, yeah.
Like that kind of thing. I hate to say this reminds me of a Scorsese flick.
I mean, we have two prolific directors while reading this. And it came naturally, mind you, Isaiah. It came naturally, all right?
Looks like I got my eye on you. With a moist, gooey sound, the new door flapped open. The new door?
That's so sick to refer to like someone's fucking open wound. My God.
The sight of her own organs and the lack of feeling caused Dash's breathing to intensify. Pinky sliced open the abdominal sac and grabbed the large intestines, separating it from the rest of the digestive tract and pulling them from the forming cavity. Pinky was getting jovial and started making jokes. Dash, growing weaker from the new source of blood loss, tried to shut out the comedy act. Pinky was laughing.
Look at me. I'm a rarity.
She said, slinging the tube around her neck and spreading blood in all directions.
Isn't my new scarf so pretty?
Reaching back in, she cut the smaller intestine off the bowels, squeezing out the excess.
Oh my God.
Squeezing out the excess excrement. Pinky filed it through her teeth and dragged it back and forth.
Dentists say you gotta floss every day, Dash.
God damn. She's got shit and blood in her teeth. Good. My God. Is it? This has to be almost over. This is just getting so vile. My God.
Rainbow Dash was barely aware of what was going on anymore. The shock was causing her to fade. Pinky got disappointed. Diving back into the guts, she ramped up her routine.
Oh, don't go yet. Don't go yet, Dash.
That alone is freaky. Cutting someone open and being like, "Don't go yet,"
like don't
or
fucking
hang
don't
around
die
a little
yet.
bit longer.
So creepy.
Yeah. She started pulling out the rest of the organs, stopping at each one.
I know it can be a real pain acheus, but you know I'm just kidding with you. You really got to learn to liver it up. Boy, these jokes are getting bladder. Guess you got to develop a stomach for them.
I'd be screaming, kill me. Kill me!
She placed the discarded body parts into a bucket, keeping the last one for a bit longer.
Bagpipes.
She said, placing the tube in her mouth and the organ in her armpit. A spurt of acid hit her tongue.
Ugh. Oh, hey, there's your cupcake, Rainbow Dash.
The cupcake she ate earlier, getting blown out of her dissected stomach. My word, dude. It's like that thing I've talked about before where it's like kids don't understand how heavy
It's awesome.
they're saying something into a story, but it's an entire story about just the heaviness.
It's unbelievable how gripped I am. And I hope to God that this child is locked up somewhere as a full-blown adult. It's going to be like the Rob Zombie remake of Halloween where they're like, I treated you good, Mikey. And like Michael Myers is like, the kid who wrote this now is like a 6'7" super soldier that they're like keeping in an insane asylum.
That's you. You're Danny Trejo
Exactly.
getting choked out by the author.
Mikey! Yeah, just getting fucking thrown into a wall.
Oh, Dash didn't hear her. She had slipped from consciousness minutes ago. Pinky, not satisfied yet, hit her with another adrenaline shot. Dash woke up for the last time, her heart jumping. Her blood flowed out faster. It wouldn't be long now. Pinky put Dash down on her back and straddled her chest, scalpel ready.
You know, Dash, disappointed. I thought you would have lasted longer. I really wanted to spend more time with you before we got here. But I guess it's my fault. I should have taken it a little slower. Oh well. It was really nice knowing you, Rainbow Dash.
The blade sunk into the blue one's throat and worked its way up her chin. Coming back down, it circled around her neck. The last thing Dash felt was her skin being cut away from her skull, the metal scraping her teeth. Then she was gone. Pinkie Pie stared into the mirror. She did a really good job, even keeping the eyelids. She winked, Dash winked back, Pinkie smiled. Oh, she carved off her face and now she's wearing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dash winked back.
I'm sorry, was that not clear? Or?
Yeah, who am I? What did I think happened? But still, she was sad that her friend was now gone. It only lasted 50 minutes, not nearly as long as she wanted. She looked back at the cadaver hanging there in the center of the room, the last of its fluids draining into the pan. Yep, no more Rainbow Dash. Then Pinkie cocked her head. She was starting to take notice of the fact that there really wasn't that much damage.
In fact,
She began to say.
I think...
An idea exploded in her head. She was good at sewing and she had all the pieces. All she had to do was put her back together. Yeah, just get some stuffing and bingo. She'd have Rainbow Dash forever. In fact, that's what she'd do for all her friends when their numbers came up. She was so excited, she skipped over to the body with the Skinner to get started. Cupcakes can wait. Pinky had a friend to make. Silver Spoon suddenly woke up. She was on her back. I assume this is another pony. She was on her back and couldn't move. She couldn't see. Where was she? Freaking out, she was just about to scream when the pony from the bakery appeared in front of her.
Hi. Where am I? What's going on?
Okay, so since it says the frightened little foal, I imagine this is a child. So foal's like a little horse, right? But I like that voice for like the little girl pony. That's good.
Oh, well, you see, your number came up and I gotta make cupcakes.
Wait, well, what does that mean? What are you talking about?
Oh, nothing. I wouldn't worry if I was you. It'll be over soon.
She approached the girl, scalpel at the ready, when a small voice called out from her.
Miss Pinky, what do you think you're doing?
She paused and turned to look at Apple Bloom. The yellow baby pony walked up to her with an angry look on her face. Silver Spoon started to feel relieved.
I can't believe you're doing this! I thought you said this one's gonna be mine!
Pinky apologized.
Oops, sorry about that. Guess I forgot. Here you go.
She handed the blade over. Apple Bloom climbed on the table and stood over her prey. Silver Spoon tried to struggle. She stared in fear at Apple Bloom and her apron, the pink apron with the shiny tiara on it. Silver Spoon started to cry. Apple Bloom grinned and opened her mouth.
Hey, Silver Spoon. Guess who's gonna be a blank flank?
What the fuck does that mean?
So I think, a flank's like the rear end of the horse, like the back side. So I imagine, you know how like the My Little Pony things have they each have a shape on them or like a symbol or something. I think that means they're going to cut off the logo or whatever.
Well, I'll tell you what, because that's the end.
If I had to guess.
And I want to say something. One word, Isaiah. Cinema.
Absolute cinema. Pure, untapped cinema.
That, little did I know that I needed to hear a child in great detail write a My Little Pony fan fiction that is 100% Googled resources of torture. And it was done so well.
Yeah.
This is so far from one like a bad thing that we've read that this even makes some of the longer serious stories we read. It puts them to shame, dare I say. And to have an evil twist where another pony is in on it as well. Cinema.
So I'm glad you enjoyed that. It was admittedly more intense than I remember, because in my head it was like, oh, it's like all the other, kind of like you remember when we read the Simpsons one where it's like Bart fell out of a plane and exploded or whatever. I just kind of imagined it like all of those, but this was far more intense and detailed than I remembered. So it seems that the name of the Sergeant Sprinkle's real name is Drecker Jones. He originally posted it to 4chan. Cupcakes gained enough notoriety to garner lengthy subpages. Jones has stated in a journal entry on his DeviantArt profile that he never expected it to go any further than sharing it on 4chan. He calls it the most infamous thing in the fandom, and he's not sure what to think about its popularity. Let me look up this.
Yeah, Sergeant Sprinkles Sergeant Sprinkle's real name is actually David Foster Wallace. And this was his follow-up to Infinite Jest.
Okay, it looks like he's not in jail. It looks like he's posting recently.
They have internet in insane asylums.
I don't know how DeviantArt works, but
they have internet in
that is true. It might be that.
Yep.
The funniest thing is when I type it in, the first thing I see is a law firm called Decker Jones. So it's funny.
If he is a paralegal now, that is so sick.
Drecker Jones. It'd be so funny if he's like defending people in court, and that's like what he did for fun.
I don't want to have to cut off your horn. Mr. Jones, would you stop it? I don't want to have to scalp the defendant.
Sergeant Sprinkles. Okay. So, yeah. There's a bunch of different alternate endings, different versions people have seen. There was an animation, I remember. Someone made an animation of this way back when, because I remember seeing clips from it when I was a kid.
The sheer thought that a child had the idea to not only twice, but 3 times use an adrenaline shot to wake their victim so they could feel and experience more of this torture is so haunting to think that a child knows that. I was like trying to think when I'm younger, I don't think I really understood what adrenaline did. So the idea that a child knew that, it scares me even more. There's so many layers to this that's just so great. And they wrote the sociopath in such a believable way. Really, I mean, I just have to tip the cap.
I'm looking on the MLP fan art website, and there's a bunch of unofficial alternate endings. Some of the highlights include Pinkie Pie serves the cupcake she made out of Rainbow Dash to her friends and then asks Twilight if she thought the cupcakes tasted like rainbows. No pony catches on to the fact that they are eating Rainbow Dash. When she is, the whole story was a nightmare, blah, blah, blah. This one's great. Celestia's Everfree Forest Ranger Hoof SWAT team storms the cellar, prevents Pinkie Pie from applying lethal damage to Rainbow Dash, and takes her into custody. Another version, the police show up and kill Pinkie Pie.
I kind of love that too. I love the My Little Pony SWAT team comes in and it's just like, freeze!
That's such a fun idea.
Also, how do they not deliver the final blow? Like, if it's like towards, I'm like, that fucking pony's dead. That pony's going to die.
Yeah.
You would have been a nice ending too, is that if Rainbow Dash did survive this whole ordeal, Rainbow Dash is like blind, missing a fucking leg, in a wheelchair in an insane asylum, and like she sees its nubs, whatever. And so it's just like, you made it out all right, and we're so happy you survived. And then Rainbow Dash is like, what's the point? Some kind of existential thing, and she's just like, I'll never fly again.
Right. Yeah. I think that's I think it's good if it becomes like a war drama, like a Jacob's Ladder kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. It's all parallel for like faith and belief and stuff like that, and like all this other stuff. Yeah, that'd be so sick.
And then it hard cuts back to her dying on the table, like it was all just like her trial of faith.
Yeah, it's like all that happened in like the last few seconds of her life. That was her life flashing before her eyes. It's sick. Well,
Rainbow Dash eventually loses her sanity and kills Pinkie Pie. In an alternate version of the story, Rainbow Dash brings Pinkie Pie to the hospital and they reconcile.
Oh my God. Of course there's somebody who's like, yeah, but a happy ending would be kind of cool though. Yeah. Hey, actually, I totally forgive you for cutting off my wings and torturing me and shooting my cupcake out of my bladder or whatever and using it like a fucking like Bon Scott and AC/DC, whatever. Really appreciate that. Well, that's your story for this week. I honestly am thrilled. This was this was a nice refresher, man. I really enjoyed this one.
I'm glad this meant so much.
It did. It really did. And I hope we could get more of this kind of stuff in the future, because this is what we also need, man. This is what creepypastas are. This is creepypasta.
Admittedly, better than I remembered, but still, I can never forgive you for putting this out there. There's going to be a thumbnail with my face on it that's related to My Little Pony forever.
You're going to be having sex with a My Little Pony. That's what I'm going to do.
No, you bet. I'm saying this right, 100. Do not do that. I have a reputation to keep in my community, my place. I
would never do that. I would never do that.
Yes, you would.
I would
if
never
I gave
do
you
that.
permission to do that in a heartbeat.
I would never do it. Thank you so much to our audio listeners for listening over on Spotify and Apple Podcasts and stuff. And also a huge shout out to our patrons. We appreciate you. Everyone, we will see you in the next one. Stay creeped.
The one of me being collared by an old man was bad enough. Do not put me in a compromising situation with a horse. Thank you. The end. Bye.